Right, so Happy New Year, and New Year, new video, and new theory videos, because loads of you have asked for theory. There's lots of theory groups online, but there's so many different answers that it's probably best to watch one of these videos with somebody who's an actual teacher to find out what an interval is, because I found it mind-boggling. The other thing I found over the holidays when I was idly scrolling on MuseScore for some music was that some people just sit doing it on their computer. So be careful, because some of the intervals are completely wrong. But anyway, that said, we're going to do basic intervals today. Now, for basic intervals, I'm hoping that you all know, you either know major scales, or you've watched my video on tone, tone, semitone, or you've got a little map of the scales somewhere at home. But either way, we're going to start on the basic intervals first, sort of grades 1 to 3, and then we'll go on to the more advanced ones after that. Okay, now we'll start with a C major scale, grade 1, basic intervals. So an interval is simply the distance between two notes. Just the same as you have an interval when you're at work, a break between two lots of work. So it's just some sort of space. So if you're in a C scale, listen to this piano, useless, but anyway. So C to C, and so we're going up alphabetically. C is note number 1, D is note number 2, E is note number 3, F 4, G 5, and then obviously you're back to the letter A again, no H. If you're a complete beginner, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the reason I'm starting on C is you've got no black keys, no sharps or flats to worry about. So C to D is called a second because it's a second note. Okay, so that's the interval name, a major second, because it's in the major scale. Major third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, octave. Okay, I've not put the other note names in like perfect and all that because that comes later. The only thing you need to know in your C scale, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, octave. That's your intervals. Now, when you get onto a G scale, I'm presuming that you know the seventh note is an F sharp. Looks like a hashtag, but round the other way. If you don't, here's an easy way to work it out. Is your tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So that fits the formula. I'll put my tones and semitones video at the end of this video so that you can go back to that if you're not sure on tones and semitones, because it's really useful to do everything in a linear way. Then you understand everything gradually. Okay, so here's a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This time the seventh is F sharp because that's what's in your major scale, and then you've got your octave. Okay, now we come to the next key, D major, which has got two sharps. So tone, tone, that's your third. So there's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Then we've got a C sharp, seventh, octave. So remember, D major scale has got two sharps. Father Charles, F sharp, C sharp. Now you'll hear me saying Father Charles a lot. Easy way to remember the order of the sharps. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. But if you have one sharp, it's always going to be F sharp. If you have two sharps, it's always going to be F sharp, C sharp, Father Charles. So there's your third, there's your seventh. So what I'd like to challenge you to do is work out an A major scale, all the intervals in an A scale for yourself, okay? And you might ask, why are intervals so important? Well, every piece of music is made up of intervals. So for example, the really terrible piece of music I saw the other day, which was The Godfather, that was written as a D sharp rather than an E flat. So for somebody reading music quickly, that looks really strange. It's like having some of a different alphabet in with your English alphabet in a word. You think, what on earth is that? So the intervals are so important when you're making up your own music, either on MuseScore or, you know, just by ear, because that is a minor third. We'll get onto that when we get onto the grade 5 intervals. So I hope that's helped. Take any note and you can work out your scale, you can work out what intervals you've got. Great practice for you. I get the little kids to count on their fingers, but remember, note 1 is the note you start on. Okay? Enjoy.